world out there. It's hard enough finding a good guy, but then you've got the language and the culture difference on top of it, and I just can't. I would like to find my forever person. I can't contain what I need to get at. I need to vent to you guys, so please just listen, man. Just listen to me. If you don't know who I am, my name is Cornelia, but you can call me Corny, and my channel's name is Cornyco. Basically, what we like to do here is we like to chat. No, I'm joking. I like to share information about Japan and life in general, and talking about whatever interests me. If you don't know the drill already, you need to get yourself comfortable. Grab your beverage, grab a snack, whatever you gotta do. Hurry up, man. You've got like 10 seconds. You guys know that I'm on dating apps. I'm doing my thing. I'm reaching out to people. I'm socializing. I'm having fun. It's a good time dating. And this story today is not a F-boy story, but it's still tragic nonetheless. I've been online talking to people through different apps, but I decided to stay off Tinder for one, because that's a whole nother level of F-boys just popping up left, right and center. So I decided to go on a more serious site. I'm not gonna state the site, not yet. I'm not ready. On this site, you do have the credentials of what you're looking for and what that person's looking for. If you have the same wants and needs, then, you know, you can just message each other, or it'll alert you and tell you like this person's interested. I'm not gonna brag, but your girl, I have quite a few matches here and there, you know. One guy in particular, I saw his profile picture and I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. This guy, he kind of looked a bit like athletic, and he was like in a fighting pose, so I was like, ooh, this guy works out. I thought, like, I'm ready to settle down and start a family. There is an end goal there, you know, and that's something that he wanted too. And so we were talking about that, and like how many kids we wanted and what we were interested in and what were our goals in life and stuff. And he seemed okay. Sometimes he kind of like pass on what I'd ask him, like questions that I'd asked him, and maybe that should have been a red flag. But you're forgiving. I don't know about you, but for me, I think I kind of give up more excuses for Japanese guys, because I feel like there's a communication barrier there, and also a cultural barrier. So I feel like maybe it's just their personality. I don't know yet. Maybe it's their language ability. I don't know yet. Maybe it's a culture thing. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna give this guy a chance to meet in person. I'm not naughty, but I've kind of been a little bit naughty. Confession time, guys. So at the beginning, just before everybody started like quarantining, seriously, not quarantining because we didn't have quarantine in Japan, but like state of emergency. Miss Rona's out there, but we haven't been under a state of emergency just yet. The reason why I met up with this person is because this person had a car. I wasn't feeling to catch this trains late in the evening, which is the time that he wanted to meet me. So the fact that he had a car and could come and pick me up at his leisure and my leisure, I was like, okay, let's do it. I mean, by default, you are one of the lucky few chosen ones. But you get my reasoning. When we were having this conversation, it took me a while and it was very difficult to communicate. It wasn't as easygoing as I'd liked. Hopefully he doesn't show any signs of that. Wrong again. Beforehand, we were looking where to meet and go on a date. And I said, I don't mind going around, walking around, or going somewhere for a drive around like Yokohama, which is where I live. And he was like, no. That area is like quite high in numbers. So the thing is, I gave him the option to come to me and hang around in this area, but he doesn't want to do that. But he wants me to get on a train and make my way to him for like an hour. And I was like, I don't want to get on the train. I'm kind of nervous and scared about the current situation going on. It seems to be getting really serious. Because at the time that you want to meet, there's going to be a lot of people on the train. So, and it's quite a far journey as well. And I'm just going to feel really anxious. And he was like,
okay, don't worry. Just meet me at this place.
Totally ignored every time I said it. Oh honey, I'm not gonna do it. It's so weird because I was suggesting that I'm not comfortable. I didn't feel like it was my place to ask him to pick me up, even though I feel like as a gentleman, and if you're driving, that's the thing that you should do. I'm sorry, you might not agree with me, people, and that is okay. But personally, I feel like if it's not too far for you by car and I'm anxious, The gentlemanly thing to do, especially if you want to date me and get my good books, would be to pick me up. I'm there like a little bit annoyed and irritated, like why am I bothering with this guy? So inconsiderate. Until it turns out I had a private lesson. I do private teaching on the side. One of my private students asked me to change the time to a later time, which actually would have clashed with me meeting him. And so I made the decision to choose money over this date because obviously he wasn't investing effort into me. So I was like, I'm gonna choose money, hello. So it actually worked out in my favor because I had to cancel. I said to him, I'm sorry, I have to cancel our date because I have a lesson. I asked if he could reschedule and apologized. And he said,
Don't worry, okay. I don't want to cancel, so I'll come and pick you up.
you could have just said that in the first place. Like that would have saved me so much strife and awkwardness. So anyways, he comes and picks me up. He collects me and I look at him. I've been catfished, guys. I'm very good at poker face. So I was just like, hi, you're right, kind of thing, yeah. And I sat down in the car and I'm thinking, oh God. It's not what I thought he was. This guy went from like a 7.5 all the way down to like a 2.5. I was not pleased. I got catfished, but I was like, you know what? I decided not to be so shallow, and besides, we made all the time and effort of arranging this. You better take me somewhere nice, at least. Plus, it would have been awkward if I like just declined him and be like, no, slam the door. Could you imagine me? Peace. We started talking. He never ran out of things to say. I'm very good at speaking English. So I'd ask him a question and he'd kind of like completely skip it. So what kind of music do you like?
Yeah, so I want to go to this place over here because I think that's a good place to go.
I'm sure I just asked him. And the thing is, I don't feel like he didn't understand the question. My questions were very simple. And from the way that he was talking, it seemed like he was very comfortable. Where's the interactions? It was really bizarre. We've never had that before. I've had people that have like stayed completely silent and it's been awkward as F, and I've tried my best to like speak Japanese. I'm looking at the positive side. Like I'm in a car. In Japan, a lot of people drive, so I was taking this all in and it was really fun to look out the window and enjoy the atmosphere, not the conversation. And he says,
I know a place that's not too far from you, so, you know, I can get you home at a decent time.
Thank goodness, because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to eating. So we pull up. He checked that it was a quiet space and not many, it wouldn't be so crowded, so that put me at ease. He didn't say where, but when he pulled up into the car park, I look at the sign, I look up. My worst nightmare has come true. I'm not stuttering. I hate Saizeriya. I'm sorry if you love Saizeriya. I hate that place, man. Saizeriya is a chain, cheap family restaurant thing. Because I told you before, my mother made Italian food a lot when I was a child, so now I'm tired and sick of it, so I try and avoid that kind of food. Friend or not, okay, don't you ever take me to Saizeriya. I'll drop your ass right there and then. There's loads of students there and families and it's just always crowded and packed. It's poor quality. I think it tastes like crap. It may be cheap, but that's the reason why. I'm just going in right now. I don't care. I don't care. I was pissed. I was like, you took me to this. I'm sure I told him I didn't like Italian food and he totally ignored that. And here we are at freaking Saizeriya. So I'm looking up and I'm like, fine. We look inside, there's only a few people. It's quiet, it's spacious, everyone's far apart, which puts me at ease. And we sat down, he ordered drinks for us and he said, what do you want? And I ordered what I want. I can't remember what I see. I'm not even enthusiastic about this. Horrible. It's horrible. Okay, well, I might as well make the most of it. He's talking. We're having a conversation. Say a good thing. Let me say a positive thing. This guy's kind of smart.
Yeah, and I don't understand because the Ming Dynasty, actually, Russia has a military system where, and did you know, Taiwan and Indonesia are related to, have you ever heard of Jaffas? General Kim has said 9 years, what the hell is that? This is an onion, and this is a carrot, this is the Pythagoras theorem, blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah.
Please set me free. I don't even know where I am at this point. I'm like, I could walk the streets. I could try and hail a taxi or find the nearest train station. I just feel trapped. I must be a good actress because he just couldn't get the hints. I was throwing them at him throwing them at him. Here's my drop of the hint. I'm gonna finish my drink. I'm gonna go to the toilet and then after let's go, okay? This is the part where normally an average normal guy would go and pay the bill, or at least finish up what they're doing and like get the signal, okay, she's ready to go. Now I'm gonna start preparing myself. And he's like,
hold on, let me finish my drink. But I met this Korean guy one time and he was in Russia and then...
still not finished.
So what do you think?
I wanna go home. 20 minutes finishing his drink and I'm just waiting there like, come on. We've been here for like 2 hours at this point. The boy went back and got a new drink. And he hasn't even finished the drink that he had. He clearly didn't want to let me go. He must have been enjoying my company that much, I don't know. Maybe because I'm British, like we have a habit of being polite. I feel like British people are like what Japanese and American people would be like combined. We're kind of confident and loud at times, but also, you know, very super polite. I think you kind of have to read between the lines sometimes. Like Japan is on a different level, but etiquette is a thing. He drops a bomb and he's like,
so what do you think of me? Would you like to see me again?
huh? I've never been asked that question whilst on the date. I'd find that very awkward and bizarre, and it puts a lot of pressure on that person to decide if they want to see you again. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but then he proceeded to tell me that he's been on dates with many foreigners before, especially in Russia where he was, that Russian girls were very straightforward and just there and then said, oh, let's be friends. Me being British and also not used to that question, I'm like, well, what do I say? Well, you can't ask me that question. It's really awkward for me. I don't know yet. I know I'm not into him, but I don't want to say that. And I feel like it's being mean since we're on the date. And plus, I ain't gonna lie, I want him to pay for the food because I'm not trying to pay for Caesarea food. He told me that my face is very neutral and that it's very hard to read me, which is kind of good because that's what I was going for, I guess. But also bad because I thought I was giving signals that I wasn't interested. I wasn't being flirtatious. This whole conversation went over and over and he was trying to explain why he asked that question, because usually foreigners are very confident while you're on the date, assessing how the date went and if you want to see that person again. I feel like that's something you do in text after you've finished the date. Do you know what I mean? To avoid that awkward, you know, that awkward rejection, as not to put pressure on the other person. I was just taken back. I didn't really know what to say at first. And I had to explain to him, I was like, you do know why this is really super strange. Like, a lot of people aren't used to this. This isn't how many people date. Now, I could be wrong. Let me know your opinions down below, guys, if you disagree with me and this is the kind of style that you've done in the past of dating. That is definitely not my style. I felt awkward as F. He paid for the food. We get into the car. We're heading home. Luckily, we get home pretty quickly, thank goodness. Just when I think I get off scot-free, the guy reaches over and he takes my hand. Now my face is really showing, like I ain't got that neutral face on anymore. I just feel like if it was the right person, I would have loved it. I would have thought that was so nice and so romantic and so sweet, because it's not something that guys do often anymore, you know, just kiss the hand. I think that's so romantic and like a gentlemanly, but I don't fancy you and we've just had this awkward conversation. You've not listened to me. You haven't got any of my hints.
I really had a nice time tonight and I'd like to see you again and, you know, maybe we can meet up next week.
This was a terrible date. I just told you I need some time and you're still trying to make plans with me. I literally said to him, I need some time to think. I'm overwhelmed. Let me go. Let the date end. I walked around the corner and proceeded to do my end of the date night obligatory run home because I'm scared of him finding out where I live. I'm not dating to date people, guys. Like, this ain't no joke. So when I run into these people, it's tragic for me. Nope. Wrong again. Like, we started okay. Even his face for the first thing wasn't even his face. So you're going in blind when it comes to getting to know anyone. It's a lucky dip. You don't know who they really are. They can put who they want to be all day long. Do you know what I mean? I don't really think I told him too much about myself, thank goodness, because I don't want him researching me up or finding me. Can I just speak the truth here? Can I? This is some real talk, guys. Like, we are friends. We are a community. Zero charm whatsoever. Never had that before in my life. Like, every single person I've dated has had some kind of good, positive point about them. Him, nothing. So sad. At one point, he has a house and a car. That's it. Material things. Personality sucks. Even if he had a great personality and like fixed his teeth, maybe there'd been a chance. Am I too ruthless? I'm sorry. If you've enjoyed yet another tragic story of my life, story time, then please give this video a like. Comment down below, have you had a situation where you're just ready to go? You're ready to leave the date. You've tried everything to weasel your way out of it, but it's still dragging and you don't want to be like straight up rude. Let me know what was your situation and let's all share our terrible moments together, because this is just something else. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, or if not, I'll see you again in the next video on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Fightto, Gambate, peace and love. Bye.